This tutorial series will show you how to create your very own character model that can be used in any of your game development projects. This tutorial is broken down into several bite-sized videos which will allow you to spend as much time as you need on each individual step. The series is designed to be beginner friendly, only requiring you to have a basic knowledge in both Blender and Unreal. The process shown in this series can be adapted to any humanoid character, so it's recommended that you already have an idea of what your character should look like by the end of the process. We're going to start off creating the basic structure of our character using a simple stick figure. We'll then add mass and weight to the stick figure to get the overall shape for our character. We can then refine the more detailed areas which require more specific modelling, such as the hands and head, as well as any other areas that your character may require. We'll then add the final details to our character's shape. Once we've got our characters looking roughly how we like, we'll then add colour and bring them to life. This will end the first stage of the process, so we can then start exporting our characters from Blender. In the next stage, we'll upload our characters to a website called Mixamo, which is going to handle all of our animations for us. We can then import these animations into Unreal. We'll use the animations to create a movement blend space, which will allow our character to seamlessly blend between multiple different animations. Next, we'll create an animation blueprint, which will tell our character how it should animate based on what our player is currently doing. We can then test the animation blueprint with our character in game, allowing us to see our characters properly in action. And finally, then we'll use an animation montage or multiple animation montages to add some specific animations to our characters. This series is designed for beginners with the intention of helping you get more familiar with the tools like Blender, so we'll focus on making something that is visually appealing first and worry less about the more complex aspects such as good topology until we're more familiar with the tools that we're using. To complete this tutorial series, you'll need both Blender and Unreal Engine installed. I'll be using Unreal Engine 5 in this tutorial, however, the steps will still work correctly within Unreal Engine 4. You'll also need a free account to use with Adobe Mixamo, which is completely browser based, so you won't need any extra installations for this. We're going to start the process in Blender. Once you open up Blender, you should see the default scene which I've got on my screen right now. To start off, we're going to get rid of some of these default components, such as the camera here and the light source just up here. The only thing we want in our scene is the cube itself. So, to start with, let's click on this cube and go into edit mode. To begin with this, I only want one single vertex, so I'm going to press M and I'm going to say merge at center. Now this might be a little bit hard to see, however at the very center here there's just a single vertex and that's all I really want, for now at least. So I'm then going to go over to my modifiers. To get these you just need to click on your blue little wrench icon on the right panel just down here. You should see that there's no current active modifiers, so let's actually add some. So the first one I'm going to add is a mirror modifier, so I'm going to click there, just go to mirror. The next modifier we're going to use is going to be a skin modifier, which you can find just here. And the final modifier is going to be a subdivision surface modifier. Now if you look here, what happened was a skin has been created around our single vertex. So while it may look like we've got another object here, this is just still a single vertex. We've then used the subdivision surface modifier to round that around a little bit. So if you can see here, if I disable that subdivision surface modifier, it's just a cube. But I actually want to set the levels viewport to 2 here. So set your levels viewport to 2 and you'll get this somewhat rounded shape here. This is going to be the basis for our stick figure, the stick figure of our character. Now I'm going to press 1 on my number pad just to go for the front orthographic view, just to keep things nice and equal. And I'm going to move this circular object that I've got here, still in edit mode, around to the pelvis area where my character will be. So I'm going to assume that this red line here, which is the x-axis, is going to be the ground, and that's very important because I want to keep that as the ground. And I'm going to move this up to where roughly the pelvis is going to be. Now this could be different for every character, so you move this to the place where you think is more suitable for your character. We can always change this later on anyway, so I wouldn't worry too much about this. It's very important that you're still in edit mode here. And we're going to move this single vertex up. So I'm going to press G and then Z to lock it on that Z axis. I'm going to pull it up to around about here. Now before we go any further, I'm going to press Alt-Z, and what that's going to do is make my skin, or the object itself, semi-transparent, so I can still see my vertices in the center here. For those of you who are using GeForce Experience in the background, you may find that Alt-Z is going to bring up your GeForce menu, the overlay. If that's happening for you, what you're going to need to do, and what I've had to do, is change the key bindings in your GeForce Experience so that Alt-X or something similar will open that, otherwise it may not trigger in Blender. If you aren't using GeForce Experience in the background, which I'm sure many of you aren't, ignore that step, there's nothing to worry about. Okay, now like you see my vertex, I'm going to select it one more time, and I'm going to start drawing out the figure of my character, the outline, the general shape of my character. So to do that, I'm going to press E to extrude, and then I'm going to press X. I'm just going to pull over to the left here and make the hips of my character. So I'm going to say roughly that's okay, that should do. Now you'll notice, because we've got that mirror modifier active, that's also pulled to the right, so I've got this mirrored correctly. I'm now going to craft the legs. I'm going to press E, followed by Z, just to lock that at the Z axis. I'm going to pull that down just to where I think the floor is going to be, which, for now, is going to be that red X axis. And I'm going to come to the side, one more time, I'm going to make the foot now. E, followed by Y to lock on the Y axis. I'm just going to get this general shape for a foot. And that's done. So that's now my character's legs. Back into the orthographic front view by pressing 1 on my number pad, and I'm going to start building the body. So E and Z again, pull that up roughly however large my body's going to be, or however tall my body's going to be. Same thing again, E and X to make my shoulders, which are around about there, and then I'm going to press E and bring roughly down to where the arms should be. Now you want to make sure that your arms are in this A style pose, it's called an A pose. It'll just be easier for the modeling process. For the head, we're not going to worry about this too much just for the second. I'm going to press E on the upper area, pull it just a little bit, and I'm going to do it again just to make where the head's going to be. And then my character structure, or the shape of my character roughly, is there. Now before moving on to the next part, we're going to make sure that the general proportions are correct. Now if I look at my character, I think the legs are a little bit too short there, so I'm going to bring them up a little bit. So I'm just going to highlight everything above the legs, press G and Z again, and just pull these up a little bit, around about there. It's a little bit more appropriate for my character. That should be okay. And that's the first stage. Nice and simple, we're just going to get that outline of our character. So keep playing with your character, keep trying to get it into the general shape, and once you're ready, move on to the next video.